Clap again. Welcome back to another episode of Her Nut Matters. And I ain't been to a sex party in a minute. It's been a couple months. I went in February. Let me tell y'all how February went. February was lit. I went to a purge theme party. I had some lingerie and my ass was out like at the top. It was like some like little strings, like you know how you tie your shoestrings up. It was like my booty was tied up, right? You see like the crack of my ass through like the shoestring thingies. Lingerie was super nice. Actually, the lingerie came from a lingerie company. They was like, Jody, we love your content. Here's some expensive lingerie. I love gifts. So I wore that to the purge party. Had a butt plug in, vibrating butt plug, also from a sex toy company. They send me shit too. I was like, okay, cool. I got some new lingerie. I got a new butt plug. I'm going to stick that in my ass and I'm going to go to this purge party. So, go to the purge party. It was lit. It was a lot of people at that purge party. When people was pulling up their mask, I recognized a lot of motherfuckers in that purge party. I'm like, oh, you a freaky motherfucker. Like, I know you. It was so many people I went to high school with. That was insane. It was like a reunion up in that motherfucker. But it was lit. Like, it was super lit. It was like a nice pole dancer. She was like shaking ass and stuff. Then you had the dungeon room, which is always a vibe. My personal favorite is the glory hole. I always frequent there when I go to the sex party. But it was dope. It was lit. I bring up the sex party because I'm joined by the owner of the organization that puts on some of my favorite parties to go to. I've gone to sex parties in the past, but it would be like, oh, I'm here, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to play. When I go to these events, I play. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen my asshole in these parties. And so, I'm joined with the amazing, one of my dear friends, Torre. Welcome to Her Nut Matters, the podcast that dives headfirst into all things sex, pleasure, and empowerment. I'm Jody, your unapologetic guide to a more liberated sex life. Here we break down taboos, celebrate sexuality, and explore what it means to truly own your pleasure. So whether you're curious, kink-friendly, or just looking for ways to spice things up, you're in the right place. Now let's get to it.
Hello. And that party was lit.
It was.
That was our highest amount of ticketed party.
Mm-hmm.
So the first purge, we had 160 people, which broke a record because we never had that many. Mm-hmm. This one was 193.
Nice.
It was wild.
193 people wild. In purge masks fucking.
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Right now, my wife was like, when we doing it again? I was like, next year.
You don't want to do it in the summertime? We need a summer purge.
In order to make something great in a black community, I got to make you miss it.
I miss it.
Yeah, but you don't miss it that much.
I miss it that much, Torre.
And I feel you. And I hear you.
Like, do that shit in August.
And I was thinking that because I was like, we should change like when we do it, but I like it being the start of the year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you start off the year in January with newbie night. You get the newbies to come out. They get a little comfortable, right? Because in my mind, you got your, what is it called after the January 1st? What is it? The New Year's resolutions, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people make their resolutions of, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to try something different. Mm-hmm. Here's newbie night. Mm-hmm. So then we bring them to newbie night and then we be like, purge coming up. And they be like, yeah, I'm ready now. Mm-hmm. I'm ready now. And you be like, yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now, so what? Because I got to wait a whole year for purge. That's crazy.
You do. But our next event will be in June.
Yep.
And it's going to be Juneteenth. It's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be in the forest. And I know what you thinking, like everybody thinking, Torre, black people don't be in the forest.
I got a slave fantasy. Can I wear my slave dress through the forest?
Absolutely.
And then I asked the Django to fuck me like a runaway slave.
This is my third time trying to do something in the forest, okay?
Okay.
Because in my mind, I want to be on shrooms and watch hundreds of people have sex in the forest.
Okay.
That is That is my goal.
I ain't mad. I gotta find me. I gotta find me a sinner's dress, like
last year,
like Annie, yeah. I'm gonna lift my titties up real high, and then I'm gonna do some root work and shit. You gonna root this pussy?
Yes. And actually, since it is a 2-night event, the second night is a BDSM event because it's going to be what it's called is it was gonna be 50 Shades of Neon, but my wife said that's too white. And so now it's
giving oonch.
So now it's glowed up and tied down.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
So it's gonna be a glowing event. That way we get lit in the forest or whatnot, but then still have the BDSM aspect, which I'm excited for.
That's dope. Yeah,
I'm excited for the shroom trip in the woods. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I'll be there, guys. I'll be there.
Now,
y'all should be there.
But for people who do want to come, please make sure y'all got y'all shit together. Speaking on couples, if y'all argued in the last, maybe 2 months, don't go to a swinger party. Like, fix y'all shit first. Like, if you need at least 2 months of, have we argued? Did we yell at each other? Nah. Okay, you know what? We deserve a swingers party now. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that.
A lot of people, when they think about swinger parties, they be like, oh, what's the biggest issue? You know, like men probably, like most people think there's a man fighting a man because of what he's seen with his woman. And that never has happened.
It's some couples. Y'all brought the bullshit here.
And it's the couples fighting each other. It's domestics. I can't tell you how many times I have hosted a swinger party and you hear it because you know it. Like me and security, we listen for it. And it's always that, oh, hell no. It starts off that way. Like that's the first signal. And once we hear it, we're dashing, go towards that sound, right? And it always followed up by, I ain't tell you to eat that ass though, or I ain't tell you to suck that dick though.
Eating ass in a swinger party is crazy. You don't know what that ass was before you got there.
People be feeling so free, and I'm not against it. We're not here to judge. We're not here to judge. But please talk about your boundaries before coming to a party.
Sometimes people don't know what it's like, and this is on them because we assume, right? We make a lot of assumptions, and sometimes people don't think like you make the assumption that like because when you and this person first started dating, he lied and said like I don't even be doing this, baby. And now he all in your ass. He blowing bubbles and shit in your asshole. And then you see him blow some bubbles in somebody else's asshole, and it's like, oh hell no.
You'd be confused. If my wife seen me eating someone's ass,
she would definitely
beat my ass.
Because you don't eat ass.
I don't.
You made that very clear.
Very clear.
You literally said, I remember when you said it, she was like, my wife has a partner because I don't eat ass.
Absolutely.
So her partner gonna eat her ass.
And someone else can do it. It don't have to be me, right? But if she seen me eating someone's ass at a swinger party,
I'll beat your ass too.
You know what? Like you would hear the oh hell no, because knowing my wife, she's more of a honey, can I talk to you type of person. Like she ain't gonna blow up and cause a scene.
I don't call scenes.
Yeah, but it's the whisper.
The way in which I'm talking to you,
and it's scary as hell. It's scary.
This actually happened to me.
Yeah.
At one of the parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, I need you to understand that I'm not one of those voyeur ass, cut cold ass bitches. So you need to relax. We can talk about this later. And I proceeded with what the fuck I was doing.
And that shut it whole down.
Yeah, and he was like, "Nah, let's talk about what." I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Because of where we are. I'm very much there's a time and a place.
There is.
But I also need you to know that I got a whole fucking problem with you right now.
Yes.
But we still got business to handle. So let's continue to go about the night. Let's move and groove how we gonna move and groove. But I need you to know I got a problem and we gonna talk about it.
Yes. Couples have conversations in the car. Don't come in. I remember one couple came in and he was like, yeah, we just got together. And I was like, what you mean y'all just got together?
Like yesterday?
He was like, they've been together for 3 weeks. And I was like, so
that's probably too early.
Like, who brought this idea? And he was like, oh, well, I told her it'd be great if we have a threesome. And I'm like, in the first 3 weeks in, it didn't go well.
I bet it fucking didn't.
So let me tell you. So he's walking her around and he's taking her to all the women. And so there's this couple that they come to approach, right? And so couple, they talking, having a conversation. They start talking about full swaps, right? And so at that point, he don't know what that is. He comes to me to ask me. No, he asked me.
Okay.
He was like, hey, I was trying to get a threesome thing. Because I tell people, as the coach being there, if you have issues, you need something to talk about, come talk to me. I'm not at the I don't drink at any of my events.
Right.
Just so I can still coach people. Like, I've helped people have sex at my swinger parties.
I love that.
It's you got to make sure people have a great time, right?
Right.
So he comes to me, he's like, what's a full swap? I don't know what that is. And so after I explained it to him, he was like, okay, I think I could do that. I think I could do that. And I was like, all right, go at it. 15 minutes later, we seen him walking out the door crying. And I told security, I was like, go check and see the room that, that they were in. They were still having sex.
I was just like, it wasn't a word.
They
are.
Were, like,
I could
they
tell.
were.
If he walked out crying, yeah.
Yeah. We had another situation where the girl was celebrating her birthday. He decided to take her out for her birthday to our party. And she decided that she was going to have a woman and a man. And he felt like he can he can survive, he can handle it. It wasn't even a man. It was how she was moaning to the woman that set him off.
Mm-hmm.
And so then at that point, he was like, no, you know what? I changed my mind. We out. And so now he's running to the door and she crying. She like, what are you doing, baby? It's my birthday. He was like, you need to choose. It's this motherfucking party or me.
By now, you're probably only listening to episodes on Patreon because I'm transitioning from the streaming platforms to having a Patreon exclusive episode. And so, if you are listening to this, you probably only got a preview of the episode. And so in order to get the full episode, you need to subscribe to Her Nut Matters on Patreon. Guess what? I'm not asking you guys to pay for shit if you've been getting this episode for free. I'm asking you to join as a free member and continue to receive the amazing content that you already love. And so that's all I'm asking for. Take your ass over to Patreon, join as a free member, and then add Her Nut Matters to your preferred streaming platform. And then you'll still be getting the notifications per usual. And so, yeah, that's all we got for today. We out. Thanks for tuning in to Her Nut Matters. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share the pleasure with others. Follow us on Instagram at Her Nut Matters to stay updated on everything we have going on. Remember, pleasure is power. Go out there and own yours. Catch you next time.